For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone as we talk some Wildcat women's hoops. And we've got sophomore guard Alexis Mason. We've got the coach, Julie Goodenough. And we are underway. Alexis, let's start with you. Practice is now begun. Give us a sense of what these first few weeks at school have been like and now that you're officially practicing.
Well, the first few weeks they've been pretty easy without practice. And now that practice started, it's been a lot more like longer days and stuff like that, but it's pretty fun.
Not enough hours in the day anymore, are there?
Nope.
Okay, now we're only a month from the season starting, which is kind of hard to believe. Last year, you led the team in three-pointers made, 71 of them. You are the leading returning scorer. So I've got to believe there's at least some sense in which you turn a corner going from being a freshman and kind of taking leadership advice maybe from Renata Marquez, and now you are going to be counted on, at least on some level, to provide some leadership. Am I close on that front?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like Susie, Lizzie, Whitney, I think we'll all be some of the leaders, and we're still kind of young, so we just have to use what we have under our belt to help lead the team and lead the program.
All right, so your freshman year did a lot of good things. You win 18 games in the first season as a Division I team. Give me a highlight, whether it was a specific moment, a shot, or whether it was just an experience where you said, whoa, this is cool, as a first-year college player.
Beating Texas Tech was probably the biggest one, just because they were a bigger school and no one expected us to beat them, especially our first year being D1.
That's not a bad one, yeah. At the buzzer, you beat Tech up there at their place. Hey, give me a little scouting report on some of the new players who've come in here. There's some talent, isn't there?
Yeah, we have Madison Parker. She's a really good post, good footwork, strong. And then we have Alyssa Eccles. She's a good guard. She's strong, fast. Paris Webb, she's a good guard. Ellen Avery, she's a good three-point shooter, good three. And then Sierra Allen, she's a really good post.
That's good. I put you on the spot and you nailed it. Now, have you instructed them the critical importance of getting you the ball to spot up for threes?
No.
They don't know that yet? Well, you got a lot of practice to do, don't you?
Yep, we still got a long ways.
Okay, let's talk to your coach here. Coach, the stat that we began seeing as the season went along was really cool. Second in the nation in terms of freshman scoring, and Alexis was a big part of it. I knew, and you'd been telling us that whole offseason, wait till you see these young ladies play. Did they even exceed your expectations on some level, even though you had high expectations?
Absolutely. I think as freshmen, they were put in a very unique situation where we had to have them play. We had to have them be starters for us. And obviously, when you go off to college, you finally make that decision where you're going, you're hopeful that you'll get a little playing time as a freshman. Our freshmen gained invaluable playing experience, and it was really awesome as a head coach just to see them grow and gain confidence throughout the year. And I say this all the time, that one of the coolest things about being a head coach is seeing your freshmen become sophomores. And this sophomore class is, they're leading us every day in practice, and we have that higher expectations for them as sophomores than we did as freshmen.
There is a leap that you see, and there's a leap that you really have to have, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Because they had that unique experience of playing last year, that was kind of a gift given to them, just the situation we were in. But now this year as sophomores, there's a huge load on them to be leaders in practice, during the games. There's a huge responsibility for them to be leaders off the court as well. And so the luxury of, hey, we're freshmen, we get to play all the time, that was great last year. But this year's has a little bit more seriousness to it. And they became our go-to players last year, but even more so this year. They have to step up and be leaders at all times. And they've done a great job of that so far during the preseason.
There is only one ball, and you got a lot of people who can take that ball and score. I would imagine, and this is a great problem to have, isn't it? Developing a rotation, you've got some talented freshmen, some players who, if they didn't have so many good sophomores, might get even more playing time this year because of their talent. Is that some of what you're figuring out over the next month?
Absolutely, and I think that's probably the best part about this team is the depth that we're seeing. We've got a tremendous depth compared to last season's team, and very talented freshmen that Alexis alluded to, plus 2 junior college transfers with lots of experience. So it'll be interesting. I think that the best thing for our team is to keep practices competitive. You're going to have to earn your keep and earn your playing time every day in practice, and that's a really unique problem to have, and a good way, I think, to keep our team moving forward week after week.
All right. Well, practice is now underway, and the season, hard to believe, is barely a month away, middle of November, for the women's basketball team. For the sophomore Alexis Mason and for Coach Julie Goodenough, I'm Grant Boone for ACUSports.com.